Hi, it's Jeanette from Far Forest Ceramics based in the UK. Do you like testing? Do you like test tiles? Or do you like seeing the results without all the work of doing them? Well, I'm one of those people who loves doing testing, and yeah, I know, I'm sad. And I share all my tests on my Instagram page, and also I do videos of my test tiles. So this is an intro that you'll see at the beginning of many of my test tile videos, and just skip past this if you've already seen this intro. There's nothing new in it. But basically, I do my test tiles and I do them on a stoneware white millennium clay, usually as a baseline, and then I'm trying some speckled clays as well. I use mainly Mako, Amico and Spectrum glazes and combinations of, and I have an Instagram page called Far Forest Ceramics Glaze Tests. It has a search facility on there. So in Instagram, if you just type in #FFC_, that stands for Far Forest Ceramics, and then just the name of an Amico or a Mako or Spectrum glaze. If I've been testing it, it'll all come up. So for example, Celadon Bloom, it would be #FFC_Celadon Bloom. And then you'll see all my test tiles that I've made using that specific glaze. So I find that my way very useful to find, a glaze that maybe I want to use up, or I've got this on the shelf, what can I do with it? And it just reminds me of some combinations maybe I have tested but haven't tried on a piece before. So that's on my Instagram page. But then I also had somebody asking me, can you put something on YouTube? So what I'll try and do now with every batch that comes out the kiln, I am trying to do a little mini video. So on both Instagram and YouTube, I'll share with you both the pre-fired image so you can see the glaze application, number of coats, what glazes I used, what I fired to, what clay body it was, and yeah, everything that you might need to know. Hopefully this helps. Thank you. Bye-bye. First up, we have on a white stoneware clay body, which is my usual clay. This is 2 coats of Amico iron luster, followed by, at the top, 2 coats of Amico Chun Plun, and then tip of oatmeal at the top. Didn't realise that. Yeah, 2 coats of oatmeal at the top. Now I did this exact same test on 2 other clay bodies that I've got. So I have this one, which is a flecked clay that is more a toasty colour, and it's a CM 1067 clay. And then I also did it on a stoneware fleck clay. So this is it on a white clay body on the left, and 2 types of flecked clay. The toasted one is in the middle. They're all actually pretty similar, so that's very interesting to see. Next up, this is on the stoneware fleck clay, and this is 2 coats of River Rock all over with 2 coats of Mako Galaxy. I'm not loving that, I've got to be honest. This is on the CM 1067, which is like a stoneware fleck, but it's a little bit toasted. And this is just for me to do a test. What did Mystic Tide look like? So this is Mako Mystic Tide, 2 coats. Breaks quite nicely on the texture, comes out with a nice brown tone, so a nice earthy tone. Now this is on the 2 flecked clays, the CM 1067 to the left and the normal flecked clay, both stoneware, but the one on the left is toasted. I'm not really blown away by this because it's 2 coats of Amico Obsidian all over, and then 2 coats of Amarillis on the top third. But in the light you can see that detail, but to be honest, it's not that noticeable. I don't think I'll be doing that one again. This is on my stoneware white clay body, white millennium clay, and this is 2 coats of Mystic Tide all over, Mako Mystic Tide, and then with the top with 1 coat of Mako Light Flux. Now I did the same on the back, 2 coats of Mystic Tide, but I put 1 coat of oatmeal. What a difference 1 coat of oatmeal makes on the top of there. That is beautiful. So 2 coats of Mako Mystic Tide, and the tip 1 coat of oatmeal, and that's 2 coats of Mystic Tide with 1 coat of flux. Completely different effects. This is on again my white stoneware clay body. This is 2 coats of Winterwood all over with 2 coats of smoke part way down, and then I did the reverse. 2 coats of Mako Smoke with 2 coats of Winterwood partway down. And I have to admit, I'm much preferring this. It's actually got like little gold crystals in there. It's really nice. So literally, the glaze is reversed. The left one is smoke first, followed by Winterwood, which I much prefer. And it's like slightly metallic-y matte. It's not bubbles, but it's interesting. This is very nice. This is again 2 coats of Mako Smoke on my white Millennium clay body, and I have done 2 coats of Himalayan salt on the top third. I'd reverse this as well, but on my toasted clay, and this is on the toasted clay with, am I correct? Yes, 727. So 727, this is 2 coats of Himalayan salt all over and 2 coats of smoke at the top. Which do you prefer? I think I prefer this one, with the Himalayan salt as the base and then 2 coats of smoke over the top. But to be honest, both are very nice glaze combos to try. Next up is 626. This is stoneware white clay body, 2 coats of Sand and Sea, Mako Sand and Sea, with 2 coats of Sandstone on the top. Runs quite a lot, so you'd have to be mindful where you put that, but it's nice. 662 on Millennium White. This is at the bottom here. I have done 2 coats of Mako Dunes, which is like a matte. It's a matte version of birch, it seems to me, and I don't quite like the matte. So I did 2 coats of Dunes at the bottom, and then I did the top half with 2 coats of Mako Mystic Tide, and then I put 2 coats of birch all over. And I don't think it's really doing an awful lot. The back was slightly different. On the back, I just did 2 coats of Mystic Tide with 1 coat of birch over. No, don't think I'll be redoing that on anything. And the last one in these earthy tones is on my stoneware fleck. So this is 725 and it is 3 coats of river birch, Amako river birch all over, followed by 2 coats of toasted Amako toasted sage. That's very nice. Doesn't run too much, it's quite controlled. I think I'd do that again. Breaks quite nice on texture as well. And that is it for the earthy tones.